How is the NewFront? It used to be just one NewFront. Now it's like the NewFront season. It's kind of like it's like the new season for clothes or fashion.
It's been a wonderful opportunity for each of these companies to show off their content. And one of the things that's striking to me is no one is messing around. This is not small money anymore. It's a real commitment with both feet jumping in the pool.
It's a new medium. I mean, this is not television. This is not broadcast. This is not cable. Doing it right and doing it well means accepting that, not just trying to, recreate the old medium in the new.
What do we need to do to get advertisers comfortable with, let's call it web TV for argument's sake? They already know premium. Now they need to know this other content. It's not UGC. It's a web original type of content.
The first is that they do absolutely need to get excited and comfortable with the content. Number two, and I mean right behind it, is that there's going to have to be scale. Or number three is that you're going to have to aggregate that buy together to create audience at scale.
This to me is phase one, where clients get interested in it, realize that it has real power, has a real audience, has very safe content. I think phase two starts to get into what is the common currency around online video.
As in measurement?
As in measurement.
Right. Does that look like a GRP? Does it smell like a GRP? Does it feel like a GRP? Or does it look like something entirely different?
I don't think it can look like something entirely different. I think it has to feel something like a GRP.
What was the epiphany that said, okay, this is how we have to do it and this is when we have to do it?
So we've been doing this for 4 years. This is our 5th year. And the epiphany happened right before CES when we started having very limited conversations with YouTube and AOL and others about what they were doing with content on the web, what they were investing in. The biggest piece of news, I think, was the $100 million that YouTube said they were going to invest at the kind of middle to end of last year.
That would get people's attention.
That really set it off.
Chris, my question is, how is digital making your job harder? How is it making it easier?
I don't think it makes it any harder. I think it makes it a lot easier. I mean, the fact that you can get on Twitter, in my case, with 2.2 million followers, and tell them every night to watch my show, and give them reasons why, and to tease and tantalize the public, is obviously fantastic. The only negative that other famous people say is all the abuse you get, but I like that. I'm sort of British about that. Stiff upper lip, take it like a man.
How do you hope your interaction with your audience changes over the next year?
I hope to get as many followers as the Dalai Lama, who I interviewed last night. He's got 4 million followers and has never actually tweeted a single tweet himself and doesn't follow anybody. Really quite disheartening.
Do you think quality really counts when it comes to the audience?
I think quality really counts. I think personality really counts. I think a lot of the viewers that watch The Daily Shot love the relationship John and I have. They could go anywhere to get stories. And I also think that we try to skew our stories to either stories that are like hilariously ridiculous or things that people would connect to, like moms. Like we did the story today about vaccines, a debate of whether or not to get your kids vaccines.
What opportunities does digital present that TV doesn't?
It's fast. I like it's fast. I like that we can do the whole show, edit it, and it's out in 4 hours. It feels like it's a whole new world. I mean, it's like going undersea for the first time. It's just like there's a whole world out here. Anything is possible. Whereas in television, you kind of knew where you go. You know that if you have a successful show, you go to syndication and you'll be on TBS or whatever. In the digital world, anything can happen.
First of all, I love the purse. Can you show this to our audience?
It's very bright.
Felicia, why does your audience love you?
I hope they love me because I share things that are interesting to them.
Why does digital give you a great platform to engage with your audience?
I mean, everybody's one click away. So, they're there. Their opinion is there, and I'm involved in that as much as I can be as one person. That's the world we live in, that people want to react instantly to something.
So what's going on with My Damn Channel, and congratulations on the launch.
Thank you. Next week we have Wyatt Snack on the show. There's so many interesting guests we want to have. I mean, all these comedians I want to have on, but I really want to get Shaq on really badly.
Shaq, I'm sure you're watching this iMedia interview, so very last question. What is the hardest thing you've encountered so far that you were surprised by?
I'm not the most, I get tongue-tied, blah, 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 and being live means you can never delete that.
Sticking with George Ruiz, he actually represents Felicia Day, who's just a few feet away, Jenna Marbles, who's one of my big favorites, you said Julia Stiles. What happens once you find great talent? What's the next step?
Well, the next step is to, often I'm their first professional representatives if they're coming from an online world. It's to really sort of take a look at the business opportunities they have in front of them, vet them, and then make the best deal you can.
What are the key opportunities you want for your clients right now?
Well, a lot of brands are now stepping into the space because they realize that a lot of the clients they work with have very engaged audiences. So it's recognizing those opportunities and presenting value for the brands, but at the same time allowing the content creators to really have the kind of freedom to get their content made, without too much control and oversight, because that's what keeps it authentic. It isn't about changing the content for the brand, it's about associating the brand with great content.
Jeff, you've been to a lot of the NewFronts this week. What are the highlights?
There's a focus on original content like I've never seen. The other interesting thing has been the focus on moms. A lot of the original content is mom-focused, other content from the publishers. It's been a big theme of the week.
Let's first talk trends in the mom space. What are the key trends you're seeing? How have things changed over the last 12 to 24 months?
This may sound self-interested, but I think mom blogging has been blowing up. 2 or 3 years ago, we wanted to de-emphasize the bloggers, and now the opposite is true. Like all the big advertisers want to be endorsed by the big mom bloggers.
I think in original video development, I'm seeing the digital space be more of a real and relevant farm league for bigger platforms. And people are starting to look at personalities and content and franchises that have been successful in this space, and people have a strong fan base in the digital platform, and then building from bottom up. Instead of taking big stars who have made it in television or movie and then creating a digital experience with them, it's flipping.
How are you doing it? How are you finding the new bloggers? How are you finding the new talent? How are you cultivating it?
One of the advantages of this medium is that you can try a lot of things. We're doing things without big budgets, which means we can try a lot and put it up there and see what people think. You have immediate focus groups, and you can change gears really quickly. You can scrap what sounded like a good idea but wasn't resonating, and you can pump up the things that you had no idea would connect, and it connects.
What are some of the shows that we should be watching for that are coming out of Disney right now?
We've got Christina Grimmie Power Up, which is a retro gaming show, which is up running now, which is fantastic. We've got Swampy, which anybody who's seen Where's My Water, the app, we're building him into a character base, which will be very, very fun. And then the third one on that side is Talking Friends, which is with Outfit 7, a partnership with them, which is bringing those lovable characters to life.
Last question, kind of a sales pitch. When the advertisers are looking at their dollars and they're looking at all the choices they could make, why is Disney the place that they should go?
Again, back to that quality, safe environment. We know how to do it. We have the legacy of storytelling, and we do it better than anybody. So quality rings out in my mind.
So this is actually a TriCaster, and it is the world's smallest satellite, but not satellite, video production vehicle. So it's a smart car, and they're basically doing 6 different HD feeds coming in, producing it all up right here.
You can go to television, to the web, and to digital signage. So it actually is revolutionizing television. Our clients are actually producing over 60,000 hours of content a week.
This is the TriCaster. So if you can hold this microphone, I'm going to drive out of here and take this home with me.
All right.